Hi, my name is Tanya Hertz. I am professor of entrepreneurship and business management at Miramar College and San Diego State University. And today I am going to be talking to you about your Thinking Ethically presentations. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by opening up the Thinking Ethically presentation PowerPoint slides. And let's go ahead and go through this PowerPoint one by one. So you're going to be giving us a 3 to 5 minute presentation based on a Thinking Ethically case. And actually, let me show you where those cases are in Blackboard. So you can find those cases in Blackboard. Probably should have done this first. In Blackboard under LinkedIn. No, not LinkedIn. There it is, Thinking Ethically. So you'll see that Thinking Ethically in Module 4. And here are the Thinking Ethically cases in Module 4. And there are several different cases on poaching and conflicting values, discrimination against the unemployed, et cetera, et cetera. Each of you can choose whatever topic interests you, and this will be the basis for both your presentation and your written report for business communications this semester. So choose that topic early, and just so that you can get started working on that right away. Okay, let's go back to our presentation here. There's also a grading rubric, and then this PowerPoint is in Blackboard, which can help you do well on the assignment. So basically what you're going to be doing is you're going to be giving us an overview of your Thinking Ethically case. You're going to describe the ethical dilemma and answer questions at the end of the case. So let me show you again what one of these Thinking Ethically cases look like. This is a case entitled Offshoring, and it's a short case study. Can offshoring be done more ethically? And it talks a little bit about offshoring, a little case study of offshoring, and then there are 2 questions at the end. Every single one of the case studies is very similar. Gives you a little bit of a background on a story, and this is really interesting. It's about Foxconn, which is a subsidiary of Apple, and how there was. Well, I'll let you read it. There was if you remember, there was some terrible things that happened there a few years ago where people were hurt and even killed. It was, I think, back in 2007. But anyways, in your presentation, you'd give a little overview of the case study, and then you're going to answer those questions. You're going to also be creating a PowerPoint slide or a PowerPoint presentation to go along with your presentation. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with sharing your screen for your presentation, you don't need to share the PowerPoint presentations or share the screen the way that I'm doing in your presentations. Totally fine with me either way, whether you share the screen or not, but you do need to give a copy of the PowerPoint slides. And then so you'll do those 2 things, and then you'll also give us a global perspective. This is the only section where you have to do a little bit of research for the presentation. Research the practices, the norms, the laws of just one other country, and tell how that process might have been a little bit different in another country. So for example, in the case entitled, How Should an Employer Weigh Conflicting Values? You might explain whether religious-based organizations may or may not use religion as an employment decision in France, or you might speak about the rights of homosexual couples in Norway. You can use secondary research, or you can use firsthand experience or firsthand research if you have experience with the issue that you can share. So you have to record your presentation. You upload it. You can upload it to YouTube and then provide a link in Blackboard, or if you'd like to just provide just upload the video itself, you can do that either way. This is a good guideline for your presentation. You can amend it if you'd like. Remember, it's a very short presentation, 3 to 5 minutes. You'll probably want 1 introductory slide. You want a slide giving an overview of the case, 2 to 3 slides answering the questions at the end of the case, and 1 slide giving us that global perspective. So we're going to be using PowerPoint for the presentation, and then you're also going to be recording yourself in the presentation. The basics of PowerPoint, I'll let you read through these on your own, but you don't want to put a lot of information on those slides. They're not a standalone. They're just there to support your presentation. And you should really be telling a story, not reading out the slides. A good rule of thumb is 1 slide for every 1 minute of presentation. Use photos instead of clip art, and the photos should really add value, and the slides should just appear rather than those transitions. So imagine that here is 2 slides. This is a bad slide, and this is a much better slide. Keep it simple. Keep it clear and concise. We can't read. First of all, it's impossible to read. Second of all, too much information. It's too much to go over in 1 minute. This is a much better slide. So you're going to be using bullets in your presentations. Make sure that the grammar and spelling is correct. Have a title slide with your name. If you had a group number, you would put that. The name of the class and the date. The slide itself will have bullets and a title. Make sure that you're using a 28-point font for the title, and then about a 20-point font for the slides themselves. A logo is optional, but it does keep consistency. Make sure that you have page numbers and the name of the person who's presenting. Light backgrounds are better. Again, you don't need to include your PowerPoint slides in the presentation. If you use Zoom to record your presentation, there's an option in Zoom where you can share your screen, and you're more than welcome to do that. If you're not comfortable with that and you'd rather just record it using your phone, that's fine too. I'm going to still print out your slides and follow along with them for the presentation. You're also going to be sharing your presentations with your classmates. Now, I said stand for the presentation. You do not need to stand. I've realized over the years it's almost better if you're sitting in the presentation, because we get a lot better picture of your face. You don't need to edit. You don't need to switch between the PowerPoints and the videos. If you want, like I said, if you're using Zoom or some other tool to do that, that's fine. Or if you just are using your phone, that's fine too. Create talking points, practice your pitch, practice, time yourself. You will be marked down if you go over 5 minutes. I've never had anybody do it under 3 minutes, but you would be marked down for that as well. Practice in front of other people. Time yourself again. Did you speed up? Did you slow down? Make sure that you're dressed professionally, you relax, you smile, speak slowly, slower than your normal speed. I have a tendency to talk so fast, and it's really difficult for people to understand me. So I consciously trying to slow down. I recommend that everybody does the same. It's okay to use notes and to glance at your notes, but don't read your entire pitch. Look at the camera, and don't worry if you mess up. Nobody will know. The only time we know is if you tell us, if you say that you messed up. So, don't admit it and we'll never know. The information, again, is in Blackboard for the presentation. Let me go back to Blackboard quickly. So here, this is in Module 4. It's under Thinking Ethically. After you choose your case, here's some presentation guide. The PowerPoint we just went over. There's also going to be this video. I'm going to embed it there as well. And then when you turn these in, I believe, well, the due date is located there in the syllabus. But let me see if I have it here. Thinking Ethically. Oh, there it is right there. It's due on the 22nd, May 27th. Oh, presentation is due on May 1st, and the reports are due at the end of the semester on May 27th. And I'll talk more about the reports later, but for now, just work on that presentation. The reports are based on that same Thinking Ethically case study, but I think we're good for now. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will go ahead and put this in Blackboard right now.